So if you guys have been watching my videos on ketogenic diets, you basically understand that you're eating a very low carb diet with moderate protein and high fat. And if you're doing it to lose weight, obviously you're eating slightly hypocaloric, so you're not eating, quite to maintenance calories, and you're certainly not eating over maintenance calories. What I'd like to teach you is a little bit of a trick to manipulate the diet for the purpose of sports. So I'm just going to use the example of, say, like MMA fighting or boxing or something like that because it's a weight class sport, but you could easily do this for powerlifting, weightlifting, whatever you want to use it for. It's going to be a little bit different for weightlifting because you weigh in and then you have to lift the same date you weigh in. I'll touch on that really quickly, but hear me out, take this in, and we'll just look at it from the most simple perspective. So, assuming that you are going to be fighting on Saturday and you weigh in on Friday, what you would do is at least maybe 7 to 10 days out, you're going to start, actually, you're just going to drop the carbs. You're just going to just, boom, as low as you can possibly go. I would tell people be really careful to not go over 20 grams, but if you can get down to sub 10, that's awesome. And I realize there's going to be some carbs that are in everything. I mean, eggs. Eggs have carbs in them even. So, you have 5 eggs, well, there's 5 grams of carbs. It's not the end of the world. Okay, just minimize them. So be mindful, keep your carb intake low. But for 7 to 10 days out, you're going to start this and you're going to keep maintaining it all the way through. And what I recommend is that you actually start reducing your protein as you get really close. So like 5, maybe 4 days out from weigh-in, you're going to start lowering the protein. Make up those calories with fat. Okay, I certainly don't want you to be in a state where you're losing muscle. And you really won't lose that much muscle anyways in just 4 or 5 days. It's not like this is going to be like something that's going to make or break you. But let's make sure you're still able to train, you still have energy levels. So start titrating the protein down just a little bit though to limit your body's ability to create glucose for itself through gluconeogenesis. That's our reason for lowering the protein. And then one of the tricks that I'll do, and this is kind of an adjunct to the ketogenic diet, but I'll have people really, really hydrate, like overhydrate, about 5 days out, and then the 4th day out, they'll drink slightly less water. The 3rd day out, they'll drink slightly less water. The 2nd day out, I'll have them just drink when you're thirsty, and then obviously 1 day out, try to limit your water intake actually. That way, the next day when you weigh in, you're really dry. So the point to this, okay, by following a ketogenic diet in this manner and stretching out, if you're doing a cyclic ketogenic diet, you're still going to stretch it to 10 days. The reason is, if you can push all the glucose out of your bloodstream, what's going to happen is your glycogen stores are going to drop way down. And for every gram of glucose that your body stores, it usually stores 3 to 4 grams of water with it. So, by staying in this ketogenic diet for an extended period of time, you're going to get that glucose level down as low as you possibly can, which means you're also going to drop 3 to 4 grams of water for every 1 gram of glycogen that you drop. So not only will you lose a significant amount of weight, you're also going to lose a significant amount of water weight. So you're literally dropping weight from dropping glucose, but you're actually also going to drop weight from dropping the water. And the reason I recommend this to people is because it's a really easy trick to do where you can just bounce right back. Because after you make weight on Friday, boom, just carb up. Have your russet potatoes, drink lots of water, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Have some sweet potatoes because those digest a little bit slower. Just be smart about it. Don't be sloppy. Don't go hog wild. Don't be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna eat a whole bunch of ice cream. That'd be a terrible solution for you to do the day before you have a fight. You're still on a diet. The thing is, now your diet is just gonna shift from being low carb to being high carb because you're gonna, load up on carbohydrates to fuel your performance the following day. And of course, I always recommend that people experiment with this. Okay, during fight camp and stuff like that, as you're leading up to it, experiment, experiment, experiment. Do a couple trial runs. But very quickly, anecdotally, myself, if I have a very large carb up, I can gain 10, 12 pounds in 24 hours. And I can usually drop that 10 to 12 pounds in 2 days or less. So, and that's just through diet manipulation. That's not even, I'm not sitting here telling you go get in a sauna and sweat it out, or you need to train really hard and put on trash bags and run around and nope. That is literally just me doing diet manipulation. No exercise at all. I can gain 10 pounds in 24 hours and I can drop that same 10 pounds in 2 days or less. So, how would you flip this though, real quickly, for the people that are doing sports where you have to weigh in and compete on the same day? You're going to want to choose really high glycemic index carbohydrates. So, russet potatoes are going to be your top choice. Do not waste your time with the sweet potatoes. Okay. I am not normally a fan of potatoes because they are in the nightshade family, but they fill a purpose here that is not really met by anything else. So that's why I recommend them. Your other options, if you don't mind getting dirty, I like to use red vines. That's a brand of licorice. It's red licorice, and I noticed that my athletes that pound red vines to replenish their glycogen levels seem to really respond well to it. I don't know what the magic is. I don't know what the magic is, okay? But I've had guys that were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pound Gatorade to try to refuel and get my glycogen level back up and get my hydration level back up." And they try the Gatorade thing, and it never works. It fails. Red vines, they work. Red vines and water. Sometimes we use modern BCAA because now they added an electrolyte formula to it, so sometimes we use that. The leucine seems to give a pretty good insulin spike as well. But that's about it. I mean, it's pretty simple. You're just gonna do the same thing you usually do with a cyclic ketogenic diet, but you're gonna run it out for a little bit further, and you're gonna play with your water a little bit, and you will be amazed. You can easily drop 15 to 20 pounds. Mind you, you're not losing fat, you're just losing water. So I don't want anyone thinking, hey, this is a rapid fat loss diet. You're not going to look like you're any less fat. Okay, you're not going to drop a significant amount of body fat or something. But on the scale weight will be much lower. And this definitely works even for you guys out there trying to make weight for the military. If you have to go to MEPS, boom, do this. You'll drop 15 to 20 pounds. You'll probably make weight. So, cool. Hope this helps someone.